Hello, welcome to the LampLighter. I'm getting ready to do the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine update, energy update. I talked a little bit about this in the monthlies. I was seeing just a trend of the divine partnership in all of the zodiac monthlies that I did. I mean, there was just running through. So, I know there's a lot of divine partnerships, twin flames, however you label it, that are coming into union at the end of 2020. And I think the energy is just really starting to ramp up. So I thought I'd just do an update for the divine partnerships, the divine masculine, divine feminine, and see where they are just for the next couple of weeks, not really far out, okay? All right, so let's take a look at the divine masculine over here. So we've got the Nine of Wands and the Wheel in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Sounds like he's stuck. Yeah, it's been an interesting month in terms of these two making an appearance in all of the readings. So I thought before I move into the mid-months, I thought I would just do this. Okay, so that's the divine masculine. He's got the Nine of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and Temperance. Okay, let's see how the divine feminine's feeling. Okay, she's more willing to talk. Okay, so she's feeling fulfilled. Oh my goodness, look at her. She's feeling this relationship. She's feeling it. I wouldn't be surprised if I see maybe the High Priestess. She knows he's coming, and she knows he's stuck, but she knows he's coming. See, yeah. She's confused. She doesn't understand what he's confused about. So we've got the Ten of Cups, which is how she feels about him, really. And we've got the Two of Cups and then the Seven of Cups. Okay, that's really interesting. I like that. I like that for both of them. All right, so let's take a look at what do they want? What does each of them want? What does the divine masculine want? What's he sitting there thinking about? What does he want with the divine feminine? The divine masculine doesn't want to talk. The divine feminine is like, blah, blah, blah. Her cards just flew out. Masculine's making me work for it. All right, come on. What do you want? Ooh, there we go. What do you want? Okay. I can only get 2 cards. I got 3, but all right. So we've got the King of Pentacles. So he's in that energy of thinking about his money and his wealth, and he wants to move out of this troubled water that he's in. We've got a Six of Swords, but we'll talk about it. Let me get the cards out. And then what does the feminine want? She wants the truth. Yeah, Ace of Swords. And she wants unconditional love. She wants it. She's in love. She wants it, and she's in pretty good energy, I have to say. All right, let's take a look then at what are their actions going to be over the next couple of weeks. What actions can we expect over the last 2 weeks of September for the divine masculine? Okay, all right. Hey, we can expect him to continue to be blocked and to be heartbroken over the feminine. Jeez, this guy. Sorry, I just didn't think these cards were that big. Yeah, we've got the Two of Swords, the feminine in the reverse, and then the Three of... Okay, all right. I think he thinks the feminine's heartbroken. That's why he sees her in reverse. I think he thinks that, yeah. And she is healing. Her first card is What is she basically, what actions is she taking? She's going to continue to heal. So he's waiting, I think. I think he thinks she's heartbroken. And he's right. But I think he's heartbroken too. Yeah, she's anxious. She wants this to get going, but she is healing. That's what she's doing, but she's also feeling passionate that she wants this to move forward. She wants him to move forward in his decision making, I think. That's interesting. Okay. One more for the Divine Feminine, please. And she's holding on to him. Yeah. Okay. So, let's get 3 cards for advice. Move forward. Make a decision. I've got the Knight of Swords down here. I hope you can see this energy down here. I think you can. Yeah. We've got the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Cups. And the 8 of, okay, all right. Okay, it's the 8 of Swords. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Wands, which is, it's a struggle. There's burden. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Oh, God. Hold on. I can't believe it. I was getting up to come and look at the camera to make sure you could see all the energies. And I almost pulled my mic. I almost knocked the tripod over. Sorry. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can see it all. That was funny. Okay, let's get into this, shall we? All right. So the Divine Masculine is in the, like I said, he's in that Wounded Warrior 9 of Pentacles. So I think he's just really stuck. He feels that nothing's going right for him. He feels like it's not time to move the wheel. He feels the wheel is upside down, which means it's not. And the Divine is here, and the Divine's basically telling us it's not time for him to move forward yet. He's still working on healing himself, and he's still dealing with this burden, because this is the 9. That's the 9 of Wands, and here's the 10 of Wands. Yeah, he needs to go through a tower moment before he can come back. And yeah. Okay, there's a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, which is his counterparty. So he's in another relationship still. And that's going to end. And it's just not time yet. There's the Queen of Pentacles. There's the Tower. Here's the burden. That's his burden. That's his burden. And it's not time yet for that to end, because that karmic partnership has to end before he can move forward. See? And so the wheel hasn't turned yet. That karmic debt isn't paid. However, the Divine is working with him and balancing his energies, and balancing energies between, him and what he needs to do, what his destiny is, because it is his destiny to move. That's why the wheel's there, but it's still not upright. And he's getting a little bit, it's difficult for him. Whatever he's going through while this wheel's waiting to turn for this relationship to change, it's hard on him, because the nine of Wands is, that very, like I said, the wounded warrior that just like, this is hard. And then you get to the 10 here, which is like, this, I can't keep pushing this anymore. I can't keep doing this. So he's not in a great way. I would say that the Divine Masculine is waiting for karma to move that forward. And it's going to. He's headed for a tower, probably very soon. I'd say this week or next. Okay. So the feminine knows this. The feminine is, she's been awakened. This is very clearly, she's been awakened. She's crazy about him, and she wants partnership, and she's a little confused as to what's taking so long? Why is this decision taking so long? Why can't he decide? She thinks it's a decision that he's not making, or that he can't pick, or that he's not sure, and that's making her feel, gee, is this a fantasy? Am I dreaming that I feel this way and that I think he feels this way? Because this is what this is. This is kind of confused, the fantasy, and beginning to think that maybe there's a little doubt creeping into the divine feminine. I will tell you that. A little doubt because it's taking so long. So I'd say the divine feminine is going to be probably needing to do some healing over the next couple of weeks while he's still stuck in his drama. And this, this is just the way these relationships work. They're divine. That's why you see the divine and you see the wheel, right? So when it gets to seeing what does the masculine want? He wants to move on. He wants to get out of this troubled water that he's in. He wants the wheel to turn, basically. He's looking a little weary, and he wants the wheel to turn. He wants to move forward. And I think he's concerned about the time. That wheel is just really jumping out at me. It doesn't usually jump out at me like that, but because it's in the reverse, it's really talking to me about how there's just things that have to happen, and he's having a hard time. And he really wants to move forward, but he can't. Yeah. Now the feminine, the divine feminine she wants the truth. Because she's feeling doubt creep in now about this deep love that she has, that she knows is right, because she's already worked with the divine. We know the divine feminine woke up first. We can see that clearly. So she wants the truth she wants communication. She wants him to reach. I don't think there's been communication. I think that he has been afraid to communicate with her, and I can see that over here. And that pretty much showed in all of the readings for September, basically. And I just, it was very clear to me that in September, the masculine was trying to figure out a way to communicate with the feminine. And that's what I see. He is trying to figure out, how do I get myself into better water? How do I get us into better water? How do I move out of this problem? And she's thinking, why isn't he telling me the truth? Why isn't he... I just want to know. I just want the truth. That's all she wants. The divine feminine is all about the truth. And she has unconditional love. That's why it's hard for her not to... She doesn't understand why she's not being told, because she has unconditional love. There's very little that he can say to her that's going to change the way she feels. Unconditional love is unconditional. Now, with unconditional love, that doesn't mean that you put up with things. Sooner or later, she'll make a decision that's best for her if he doesn't move. But she'll always love him and she'll always forgive him, but she won't let him in again. She'll protect herself. But that's unconditional love too, So, but right now, she's still very, very focused on him and the love. You can see her focused on the cup and wanting the truth from him. So, the struggle continues, eh? All right. So this section over here was, what are the actions? What are the actions that they're going to take in the next couple of weeks? And clearly the masculine is not taking any action. He's still trying to access his intuition to find out when she's going to not be reversed. He thinks, he knows they both have broken hearts, right? But he knows for sure he broke her heart. And he thinks that she's still upside down and probably mad at him. And he's afraid to reach out. He doesn't think it's the right time. He still has some things he has to take care of. And even though he wants to, he's blocked. He keeps stopping himself because he thinks that she probably isn't healed yet from the broken heart. Because she's in the reverse. He sees her in the reverse. I mean, he sees her as his empress, He sees her as his empress. He knows who she is, but he also knows he broke her heart. So that's why she's showing as reversed. And he doesn't want a reversed empress facing him when he reaches out, because she can have problems. A reversed Empress is unable to create abundance, unable to all of the things that she is. She's stuck, and she can't do that because her heart's broken, right? And he's blocked from it because he doesn't want to talk to her while she's like that. Okay, so Divine Feminine is healing. She's healing, and she's passionate about something in her life that she wants to move forward. She's got that Knight of Wands energy, that, wanting to rush in. It could be with the masculine, or it can be something else in her life. I don't think it's another person. It could be a project. I don't think she's in this energy. I think he thinks she's in this energy. Let me be clear about that. I think she finally is in Empress energy herself. She wouldn't be feeling this good if she was still. I mean, even though she's concerned that she's fooling herself, it's never going to happen. She is not reversed. She's healed, and she wants this to move forward, right? She's passionate, and she wants it to move forward, and she's hanging on. She has not let go of him. She's hanging on to him, and she is, going through whatever she needs to go through. So the advice is that basically, they both need to move towards self-love. They have to be happy in themselves. And you can't be trapped in your head and overthinking, which is, the advice is not to be trapped in your head, to get out of that and get into your Nine of Cups. Because the only way, and I've talked about this in my other readings, the only way that you can get into a Ten of Cups partnership, a really happy, healthy partnership, is to have entered the Nine of Cups on your own, right? And that's, this is a little bit this is erratic energy, right? And this is basically trapped in your head. So the important thing is not to make any moves until you achieve this. And that's the advice. So I think the masculine's got it right. I really do. I think he's plotting and planning and doing everything he can to make this move, but he's not going to do it until it's right. And that's basically what this is saying. Because he probably has to heal. He can't come out of one relationship into another, So let's do this. Let's just see how they're viewing each other. Even though that says that he's viewing the feminine that way, and she's holding on and she's healing, let's just see how they're viewing each other. How is the Divine Masculine viewing the Divine Feminine for these 2 weeks in September? How is the Divine Masculine viewing the Divine Feminine? He's watching her. Or she thinks he's watching him. This is an observation. This is observing, not making any movements. So he thinks that's what the Divine Feminine's doing, basically, is she's just waiting, watching and waiting. Let's see if I can get one more to clarify that. Yeah, watching and waiting for their reunion, for the partnership. So he knows that she wants this. He knows. Twins are twins. I mean, they're divine partners. They know how each other really feels, which is why she's probably not. That's why this is so kind of out of balance. You show her as having all these great feelings about this partnership, but then wondering, hey, am I, it's just self-doubt. That's all. Let's see how she's feeling about the masculine. So he's watching her. He thinks that she's just waiting for him to move forward so they can come into union. Waiting for union. That's how I would describe the masculine sees the feminine. Waiting for union. Let's see how the feminine's viewing him. She loves him. She's so full of love, this poor girl. Yeah. Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups. She wants a new start, and she sees him as loving her. She knows. Pardon me, this is how she sees him. She sees him as getting ready to hand her his cup. So they're both sort of knowing where the other person is. It's just, yeah, and commitment. I wasn't going to pick this up, but I did. So she also thinks that he's got some issues. She thinks he has some issues with because they have a spiritual relationship, right? But he's got some darkness that I think he not only, and she knows because she knows him. So not only is the divine masculine struggling with ending a karmic relationship, he's got some darkness that he's trying to overcome, and I think he's afraid to show it to her. And I think that came out. Yeah, he's struggling with that. He's struggling with an addiction. He may have been numbing with alcohol and just kind of got himself in trouble there with that. That's a shame. I hate to hear that. I do. I just want to see what happened in the past. Why do we have this broken heart? I know I saw that energy in the readings, but let's see what happened in the past. So the divine masculine in the past was showing his love to the divine feminine. Or he loved her. Oops, dropped it. Okay. But there was imbalance in the relationship. I think he might have been in that karmic relationship, right? So yeah, he couldn't do anything, and he was defensive about it, right? He was feeling defensive about that in the past, all right? And this is the past for the divine feminine. What happened in the past? So I think he broke his own heart by resisting this for whatever reason. Or he knows he broke her heart by resisting it. Yeah. And she feels rejected. See? There was communication between them, and he didn't accept her cup. So she feels rejected, and he feels defensive for rejecting her. He did reject her. There was someone else he was in another relationship. And I don't think he communicated. That communication card tells me that he didn't communicate to her that he was in another relationship. I think he just kind of ghosted her. That's what that tells me. Because we have communication, and then we have the offer there. Let me just get one more. And we've got this devil here. She sees him as having some issues of darkness that would make him do something like that. Yeah, basically, she sees it as he ended it. Okay, yeah, wow. No wonder there's broken hearts. And walked away. They both see, wow, and there's a little bit of running away. So this confirms what I said. They both think that she walked away from him because he was resisting her, right? And he walked away from her in a way because he couldn't do anything. And so she walked away, basically, the divine feminine walked away because there was some deceitful energy. We've got this devil over here. She sees him. Both of these tell me that his behavior was immature at best. There's some pain between these two. I'm telling you that right now. All right, let's do something else fun. Let's get some other energies out of the yin yang oracles. These are great cards. Let's just see if we can kind of understand what energies was he going through. What energies is he in? What's going on? Divine masculine. Let's get a few cards for the divine masculine, please. Not a great communicator. He wants to tell the truth. Expression. Just make sure you can see that. Expression, truth. He wants to. And she wants it. So they both know that he needs to talk to her about the truth and tell her what's going on. And yeah, he wants to explain why he detached from her. Why did he resist her? Why was he so cold? He was cold to her. That's why she saw him as deceitful and yeah. So there was a detachment back then in the past. And now he wants to tell her why. Which is, I'm sure. And he's watching her. He's trying to figure out when the best time is for him to tell her the truth about why that happened. Why did this happen? And he's watching her. He's not sure that it's the right time. Let's see how she's feeling right now. So she's feeling there's a karmic balance, and she wants justice. She wants the right thing to happen. She wants this to balance out, and she knows that it was a karmic. Like I said, she's ascended. It's a spiritual relationship. They can, they kind of know what's going on with each other. So she's like thinking that there needs to be some sort of balance here, right? And that's the energy she's been in. Oops, sorry. I dropped your cards. And then we have alchemy, ancestor guides. So she knows that she's having to learn lessons, and she knows that he's having to learn lessons. She understands the justice that's going on, and she knows that the universe is going to give her a fair judgment. And she knows that, and she's working through it because she's working with her ancestor guides. And she's alchemy. Alchemy is combining all the elements. And she's meditating, and she's spiritual. I told you she went through that ascension. Yeah. And she's going through change. She wants this cycle to complete. This cycle is going to complete for the feminine this time. It will balance. There will be justice, and she will change, and there will be cycle completion for her, no matter what happens. Okay? Let's do some joint energy just to... What energy connects them? The energy that connects them. North Node, cosmic purpose. They're both... Sorry. Keep futzing with that microphone. It's moving the phone. They're both going through their North Node, and they're trying to find their purpose in life. That's part of what this karmic balance is, and working with the ancestors. And why the wheel hasn't turned. He is not probably as far along as she is. North Node is finding, you usually see a career change during the North Node. They start to do what they were meant to do in this world. And look at this. They both want integration and union. Yeah. She knows that it's going to close. Yeah. Epiphany breakthrough. Okay. So it's going to happen, but it's just not, there's some guilt. The masculine self-sabotaged. He sabotaged it, and he has a lot of guilt. And that's what he's working through with that wheel, and that's why he knows he can't come back to her right now, because he thinks that she's still brokenhearted. Okay, there's the tower. Remember, we talked about the tower on this deck with him needing to, and we've got the moon. But there's a tower here. Oh, yeah. He's going to be going through that dark night of the soul now. Okay. Very good. Very good. What else? Do we need anything else? We've got this beautiful outcome. Not in September. This is the September outcome. They're going to be getting out of their head and getting into their Nine of Cups. So the only other thing, I want to keep this short. Is there any other thing that I can do? Is maybe give them each an angel blessing from their guardian angel. This is for the divine masculine. You only get one, Bubby. You only get one. Comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So they're with him right now as he's turning that wheel and paying his karmic debt and soothing his broken heart so that he can get ready and for this integration and have the epiphanies that he needs to have and get his truth out. And the Divine Feminine, breathe. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly. It's funny. Exhale slowly to awaken your energy and reduce old patterns. So she's got patterns. She's got cycles that need to close. She's working with her ancestors. She's got karma to balance. Yeah. So comfort and breathe. Okay, there it is. You have it. There's the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine energies for the rest of September in separation. And I will talk to you guys soon. Love and light.